These two seemingly simple words mean a great deal to many customer service call centers around the world, as well as to millions of clients who dial their hotlines each and every day. To a call center, these call occurrences are to be avoided like the plague. But to a customer, such calls are a warning sign that they should reconsider doing business with that establishment. Or should they? What exactly is a mishandled call? While many industry experts and players will agree that the term mishandled is too broad a description. An agent, Rachel, takes a call from a client who was seeking help on how to use his newly purchased car Bluetooth headset.
Good evening. Thank you for calling Electronics R Us. This is Rachel. How may I assist you?
Hi, Rachel. I'd like to know how to use this car Bluetooth headset I recently purchased from your store.
Sure, ma'am. I can help you out with that. But before anything else, may I have your name so that I can address you properly?
Yes, this is Meredith Blake.
Okay, thank you for that, Mrs. Blake. What exactly do you want done with your headset?
I want to know how to use it.
Okay, ma'am. May I get your headset's model name and number, as well as that of your phone?
I bought a Plantronics Marquee 2 M165, and I use an iPhone 4S.
Okay, ma'am. So have you tried pairing it with your headset with your phone?
Yes, I have.
Okay, first, I need you to unpair your device with your phone.
Unpair it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, done.
Now, please switch off your phone, then turn it on again after around 5 seconds.
Switch it off and on?
Yes, please.
Done. Now what?
Okay, please pair it with your phone.
Okay, paired. Now what?
Ma'am, is your headset working now?
That's just it. I want to know how it works. I already told you that I've paired the device with my phone, but I'm not sure if you get what I mean.
Well, yes, ma'am, I understand where you're coming from. That's why I'm trying to help you, okay?
Well, we've already done that. I only asked a simple question. Why can't you seem to get that?
Yes, ma'am, I understand where you're coming from. That's why I'm trying to help you, okay?
Know what? I don't think you do. We've been at this for over 30 minutes, going around in circles. I'd like to speak to your supervisor. I obviously won't get any help from you.
Okay.
So, what can be said about that said call? How mishandled was it, if at all? Cyril Orozco, a subject matter expert for a tech support account at Magellan Solutions, a leading Filipino-owned customer contact center, cites a case where a customer complained about an agent mishandling the call, even asking for a supervisor to come in and help him because he couldn't get any help from the agent he was speaking to.
Can you give us an overview on what happened to a certain call in which one customer complained about being allegedly mishandled by a tech support agent? What did really happen during that call?
During that call, the client had received a complaint from one of our customers stating that one of our agents was being rude, not being helpful to customers. So the customer was then asking for help on how to use a certain device. However, the agent was giving troubleshooting tips instead. And in fact, she wasn't even answering the customer's question. So the customer complained, and the agent sounded robotic. She was trying to read everything that was discussed, so she does not know a thing that was the customer's complaint. The main issue here was that there was no problem with the device. If there was a problem, then that's when you troubleshoot, which was the agent was doing. So technically, she didn't listen to what the customer really wants, as if this wasn't enough. The customer said that the agent seemed to be fighting fire with fire. So she raised her voice even louder, and this really made the customer frustrated.
Is this situation unusual or is it something that really happens daily?
Well, there have been multiple cases where new agents mishandle a call. Not purposely, of course, but the fact that they're new may have been one of the reasons behind it. Yet, with this said call, the agent seemed to have a slow grasp of the situation. What the customer wanted, for example, was how to really use the unit, not to troubleshoot it.
So what did you do to resolve the issue?
For us to resolve the issue, what we did was we got the information, we looked for the customer, we looked for that call, and we looked for that agent and got her side of the story. So we listened to the recording to investigate what had been done.
Apart from the cited example, what else can be considered as a mishandled call? Eugene Guevara, an operations manager at Magellan Solutions, cites the case of a customer tech support agent who was straightforward and helped the client resolve the issue at hand, albeit too efficiently.
Sir Eugene, after watching the video, what was the customer trying to point out when she was not handled properly by the agent?
I've seen the video, and it was clear that the customer mishandled the customer. It was clearly seen that the person didn't build rapport with the customer. Customer got mad, and basically customers would want the personalized touch of an agent. If they want to have their issues fixed, they could have just gone through the internet and researched on forums. But the fact that the customer called, the person would clearly want a personalized approach coming from our agents.
How do people in operation handle a situation like this? What do you do to fix the problem?
First, we need to make sure that the agents understand the problem. If they don't understand the problem, and then we tell them that you need to do certain things, they will just ignore the instruction of the team leader. But if you make them understand, they would clearly follow the team leader's instruction and improve along the process.
If you were in that agent's shoes, what would you do to prevent this situation from happening?
I would empathize with the customer. That's one problem that the agent clearly mishandled. She failed to bridge the gap with the customer, and she was unable to connect with her. If the agent were able to talk to the person and showed the customer some level of interest on how to deal with the issue of the customer, then clearly it would have gone differently.
Regarding composure, what would be the proper composure or maintaining the proper composure in that situation?
Well, the agent just needs to know that the person on the other line is experiencing problems. If she would have just placed herself in the customer's shoes and then tried to think what the customer is thinking of and feeling of at that particular time, then the person could have, easily handled the situation better.
What is being done to address this problem and avoid it from happening again? Once a customer or a client brings an incident to their attention, the operations team from Magellan Solutions review the said call. If an agent has been involved in a mishandled call, their superiors usually mark them down by quality assurance, the team that reviews and monitors calls, and try to do everything to correct the situation.
That is a good question. I'll let the customer vent out. I will hear the customer's concern because at this point, the customer is not open to hear any suggestion or resolution. This is important to lend an ear to your customer, be his ally, and promote partnership to your customer, and resolve whatever concern your client may have. And also, keep your composure at all times with an accepting tone, talk slowly, and construct the sentences in a non-assertive manner before responding. In that case, I would mark down the agent under call control and how the empathy was delivered. I will request the agent to be in a meeting status to discuss the root cause of her opportunity. Then, we will create an action plan with the agent to rectify that opportunity. As I mentioned earlier, we will conduct an action plan by performing call calibration, which includes the QA team, operation, and the training department to plan for the best way to keep the same opportunity from happening. Next thing that needs to be done is implementation of that plan that was discussed to the agent or the agents by means of pre-shift or post-shift huddles, posting of handouts, and individual coaching. I would also involve my team or the QA team by cascading the concern just in case same opportunity may happen on their campaigns. They would know how to handle that in the same case.
Tony, are mechanical situations common in call centers whether they are big or small? We always uphold quality standards. If there are situations like this, what is the involvement of the training department?
In situation like this, we do spot coaching session with the agent involving his or her immediate supervisor in operations.
What does training do to fix this problem?
Upon operations and or quality department's request for situations identifying the cases habitual for the agent, we conduct refresher courses or retraining in which the trainer monitors the progress of the agent within a specific timeline.
You saw in the video that the customer vented out her anger over the agent. If you were in the agent's shoes, what would you do to prevent the situation from happening?
If I were in the agent's shoes, I would use the tools that I was taught during training. I would utilize the appropriate probing questions to identify specific technical issues and, of course, check all resources and tools to resolve the issue. And in case I cannot resolve the issue at my level, I will follow proper escalation procedures.
Which one makes the most mistake in mishandling a call? Is it the experience or the inexperience?
It's usually the inexperienced because this is, I guess, the first time that they're going to be doing this and they do not have contact yet with the customer. So, yeah, it's usually the inexperience.
Beyond marking down agents involved in mishandled calls, whether it's their own doing or not, every member of the Magellan Solutions team, from training to human resources to operations and to quality assurance, believes that the agents should be coached on how to properly handle calls.